A roasted pepper pork belly. He's going to talk through that also. Enjoy. We've got some samples in the back for you to take a look at, and there's also some sampling of what he'll be cooking. There's a vanilla bean panna cotta there, and there's some roasted chickpeas as well in little mason jars, so enjoy. And I'm going to hand it over to Jonathan, and he's going to give you guys a cooking lesson.
Thanks, Chef. The cool thing is I get to do this before you guys eat lunch, so you can fill up, because we've got some samples coming out, so everybody can eat some. One of the things I'm going to do is, what we try to do at SSP in our airports is we try to get a local flavor, we try work with local vendors, and we try to be on point with our food. So everybody knows about street food. If you watch TV, it's everywhere. Everybody knows what a pork belly is. We've all been to a restaurant, and we've ordered pork belly, and we're like, wow, that is really good and really cool. So in case you never knew, that's what a pork belly looks like. Now, does anybody know what else you can do with a pork belly that you probably eat 3 or 4 times? It's bacon. This is what bacon looks like before they slice it and totally ruin it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pork belly on an arepa. An arepa is a Venezuelan cornmeal dough. Again, something really popular. It's a portable hand food. One of the things we look at doing is, can you grab it on the go, right? Because no one's ever been 2 hours early for a flight. They're always in a hurry. So they want to grab something and take it with them and be on point. So what I've got here is I've got a very simple dough. It's an arepa dough, and it's basically pre-cooked cornmeal that you buy in the store and water. That's all I've done. And I've just made a very simple dough out of it. It's very portable. It's very easy to do. This is something you can do at home. I have a 10-year-old who just devours this stuff. So if you want to know how to make it, come see me afterwards and I'll show you how to do it. All I do is I get the dough, and I'm just going to roll it out real quick so I can make a nice little pancake out of it, so to speak. And here's a chef tip for you guys at home. When you're rolling stuff, if you put wax paper or parchment paper on it, number one, it doesn't stick, and number two, it's a whole lot easier to clean up at the end of the day. So that's your takeaway. Make it easy and simple to clean up. And all I did with these little guys, they just made them this thick, and I just put it on the griddle. That's all I'm going to do. It's going to cook away, and it's going to toast itself. And it's something that's really quick and simple that you can do. If you're having a cocktail party at your house, this is a really killer dish to do, because everyone will think you're an amazing chef, and it really took you 15 minutes to make. The other thing with the pork belly is, obviously that's too much for me to put on that little disc, right? Well, some people might want the whole thing. I mean, these ladies in front are like, I'll take it. I'll take 3, please. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the pork belly. Right, that's what your bacon looks like. You want that piece? You can come up and grab it. You got to work, though, if you're going to come up here. I'm going to put this down. You can come back and get it later. And again, everybody thinks pork belly is the magic food in a restaurant. It takes forever to cook. It's really, really easy to cook. All you need to do is put it in a pot of water with some vegetables at about 350 and cook it for 3 hours. Go out, grab a beer somewhere, come home, and it's ready. That's all it is. People think it's magical how they do it. It's very, very simple. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to lightly sear the pork belly so I can get a little bit of the fat off, get it a little bit crunchy, so it's ready to go. And again, thinking about what we do every single day with food, right? Food should be good, it should be nutritious, it should be wholesome for your body. Everything I'm doing up here is using clean foods, okay? This is very healthy, it's got no fat in it, it's just water and cornmeal. I've got some pickled vegetables that are going to go on top. I've got a little bit of a sweet chili sauce, and then I've got a roasted shishito pepper aioli. It's really simple to do. It took me literally 40 minutes to put everything together for this dish. Very, very simple, very clean, and very healthy. I'm just going to crisp up my pork belly real quick. I'm going to check my little arepas. We'll get them a little bit golden brown on each side.
Talk to the other guy over there, and he can explain later if he'll tap him on the shoulder. Yeah.
Pretty simple. Yeah. Well, anybody have any questions of what I'm doing up here? They want to know how to do something. Now's your chance to get free chef tips for life. So if you have any questions, let me know. You want to sneak over to the corner and try a bit, let me know. I'll hand you some off to the side. But this is something that, I didn't just make up to do for you guys. This is something we do, in our restaurants around the country on a daily basis, using local pork. Like I said, keeping it simple, keeping it on point. This is a dish that's really on point with what's out there, in the restaurant world. And that's kind of what our philosophy is being on point with our food, keeping it clean, keeping it wholesome, as I said. Well, so the question was, how did I come up with the idea for the dish? Well, we do pork belly in a number of gastro cups that we do around the country. So pork belly was something we're already doing. Pretty simple, right? I personally like arepas, and they're really easy to cook, and they're portable. So that was a no-brainer. I needed something to put the pork belly on. And then I just needed some pickled vegetables, because pork belly's kind of greasy and fatty. So I needed the pickled vegetables for the acid to kind of wash it out. So it's a really simple dish.
Well, if he uses the alkaline water, alkaline
a lot of the stuff that we do around the country, we're really thinking about where we are, what part of the country we're